become a parent, when and under what circumstances, is a deeply personal decision best left to a woman. Pregnancy is a private and personal decision and should not require the permission of any politician. In 1973, SCOTUS's decision in Roe v. Wade gave all women the right to obtain a safe and legal abortion. The Roe case challenged a Texas law that was prohibiting all but life-saving abortions. The Supreme Court famously invalidated the law in 1973 on the ground that the constitutional right to privacy encompasses a woman's decision whether or not to continue her pregnancy, characterizing the right as fundamental to women's life and future. The court held that the state could not interfere with the abortion decision unless it had a compelling reason. With SCOTUS's overturning of Roe v. Wade, this has eliminated our federal constitutional right to abortion. The majority of our justices have taken away the right to control our own bodies and personal health care decisions. In many states, this means that there will be a ban on abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy, regardless of whether the pregnancy was a result of rape or incest. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. That's all we get. And so before we even realize we're pregnant, before we have a chance to decide if we're emotionally, financially, physically ready and stable enough to carry out that pregnancy to full term, before we have a chance to decide if we can take on the responsibility of bringing another human being into the world, the decision's already been made for us. This is honestly dehumanizing, to have the autonomy over your own body taken away from you. This feels like a war on my body personally. It feels like a war on our rights, a war on the rights of your mothers, a war on the rights of your sisters, a war on the rights of your daughters. And as a matter of fact, this right isn't just about women's rights, though. This fight is about fundamental civil rights. Women are a big part of it, but the heart of it, our freedom over how fast our families grow, it goes farther and larger than any one of us, and it's about every single one of us. These laws tell us that we are less than. We cannot stay silent. We believe that bodily autonomy and empowerment are at the core of civil rights to obtain these safe and legal abortions. We believe that abortion services are just part of the continuum of reproductive health care and that all women should have access to basic health care. We should trust women to make their own decision on this important and personal decision, what's best for them and what's best for their families. And when the penalty for rape is less than the penalty for abortion after the rape, you know this isn't about caring for women's rights. It's about controlling us. For all time, regardless of whether it's a crime, women have and will always seek their own reproductive destinies. All these penalties do is subdue women's freedom to get healthy, safe services when we need them the most. So we are grieving and voicing the fact that we are losing a constitutional right, one that we have held for 49 years. And so thank you for coming together as a community, for having a voice. It is through this human dedication and effort that we will figure out a path forward. So thank you.